Hey friends, thanks for stopping by the channel. It's an absolutely busy week for me. I'm in the final stretch preparing for the World Qualifiers in Essen, where I'll be on site as me, PAANDY, who guessed that, alongside my teammate Runfolk. We'll be covering the event live on Twitch, so feel free to check that out. But today's topic, as the title already suggests, is all about why Altered gameplay feels so weird, and no, not weird in a bad way. It's not like it's unplayable or poorly designed or anything like that. What I mean is, compared to other traditional TCGs, it just feels different. And the difference, that's exactly what makes the gameplay so exciting and genuinely fun. So what exactly makes Altered gameplay so unique, and why does it stray so far from the norm? Let's get into that. To kick things off, probably really need to look at what sets Altered apart from most other TCGs, the structure of the game. As I mentioned in my previous video, this game generally gives off a board game vibe. You've got expeditions laid out like objectives, you've got characters you have to move, 2 separate zones you play in, not just your classic hand and discard pile, but also a reserve zone, landmarks and more. Everything about how you interact with your cards and the boards is just radically different from how it works in most familiar TCGs. Now sure, some people in the comments last time were nitpicking because I keep calling it board gamey. Even thought I never exactly said it's just a super duper compared board game. Yes, technically you can design any card game to look like a board game, but let's be honest, this is not the same. You can tell me that something like Magic, Pokemon, Lorcana, One Piece, or even the lesser known Gundam TCG, yeah, I'm still deep into that with my robo face right now. Sorry, actually not sorry, the game is actually great and the cards looks awesome and feels even remotely the same. Those games may use game mats, but the layout is purely cosmetic. In Altered, the structure is literally part of the game mechanics. It's not just a vibe, it's a gameplay itself. Now, before I ramble for hours about how beautiful the board layout is, let's actually dive into what really caused this strange feeling, especially for long-time TCG players, including me. Let's take all the big names. Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Flesh and Blood, One Piece, even Star Wars Unlimited, we can add Lorcana, and anything else is going to be in your mind. Just saying Gundam, so I can just like say how amazing the game is. Across these games, there's a clear pattern. They're usually an origin game, that one that came first. And every new TCG since then tends to build on those same core mechanics. You can almost always describe a new game to someone by saying, it plays kind of like this or that, if you know that. Because that's how game design works. You take what already functions, tweak it, and make something familiar but fresh. That's fine and also working super duper well. But what happens when a game comes along that doesn't follow that structure at all, but still calls itself a trading card game? That's when people either go, wow, this is so unique and exciting, or boy, that's like so weird, it doesn't belong on the same spot. And that's the real tension we need to talk about. Here's the thing, most traditional TCGs work with persistent board states. You play something small, you build it up and reach something big. Think of like the Pokemon evolutions, the Lorcana shift mechanics, and the Yu-Gi-Oh! Fusions, links, X, Y, Z, summoning, stuff like that. So everything after 5Ds, who really also did the downfall of the game, in my opinion. You lay a foundation. You start to build step by step your board, like a Lego set. But in Altered, this flow kind of is flipped. Yes, you have powerful characters and also spells. Yes, you play impactful cards that could decide even just like a game end or just like certain turns. But everything is tied to a temporary purpose. There's a soft reset baked into the core mechanics. You can't just drop some indestructible big baba booba boom boom characters with endless buffs and call it a day. Your board gets reset, your characters don't persist, and your research are limited and constantly shifting for every turn. Sure, some players might argue, but what about the anchoring, sleep or eternal stuff and anything else? And yes, absolutely, there are ways to extend your board presence, but there are expeditions. You're paying a price for that kind of control. I mean, yes, someone could show you a screenshot of a perfect Luna deck with 300 things anchored, but let's be real at this point. Out of 100 games, that happened maybe once, like thrice. The game just doesn't encourage that kind of play as the main thing to get over the core mechanics. And that's what makes Altered feel so different. Your turns feel like solving a puzzle, not just playing a hand. You're not just running a fixed combo and waiting for its power spike, you're constantly evaluating, planning, adjusting. Your deck is not just a toolbox, it's your entire resource system, and every card is a one-time opportunity. Character might only hit the board twice ever, so you're not building an empire, you're playing like chess with shifting pieces. So here's the big question, is this better than a traditional TCG design? And honestly, it depends on what kind of player you are. If you love classic TCG formulas, a growing board, classic power plays, countering your opponent, building toward unstoppable combos, then your Altered might feel underwhelming or even just like flat. But if you enjoy games that are strategic to the core, where your resource constantly shifts, where no two turns feels the same, where the focus is on precision and planning, then Altered will absolutely blow your mind. And I think that's amazing that this kind of gameplay can exist under the TCG label. It proves that the genre can grow, or just like creating entire new things for us as players. This is why I always get frustrated when new games try to be just a better version or something else. I've seen this with, for example, the Bandai games, One Piece vs Gundam, or just like adding Dragon Ball with that, for example. Both from the same publisher, both sharing core mechanics, and yet Gundam constantly gets already compared to One Piece in any way, at least in my locals. But Gundam was never meant to replace One Piece, it was trying to be its own fresh thing, and this is going to on with every game that just like take the little brother or sister and want to make his own thing. And Altered, it's kind of the same story. It's not trying to be the better Magic, Lorcana or Pokemon. It's trying to be something else entirely, and that deserves a lot of respect nowadays. So thank you so much for watching, friends. I always feel great to just sit down and talking things out like that. I know I teased a video about some critical pain points I see in the game, stuff that might even threaten the long-term future of Altered, also especially in my region, and I'm sure my region is not the only region that's going to be hit in that. And yeah, I still plan to make that, but I'm holding off a little bit for now, because I'm and some awesome cool folks out here working to bring a good big feedback to Equinox, just like behind the scenes. Also, I want to go into Essen with just like a positive mindset. I mean, it's okay, right? I'm super excited for the World Qualifier stream. We will get Equinox staff members that also already said kind of they will join the stream. We will see top tier gameplay and just an overall amazing day. So just again, check out the Twitch channel to not getting, just check out the channel, guys. So hey, join the other tournaments that also being on Board Games Arena, where I'm the tournament organizer, or anything others. And see you on the next video, where I will not tease right now what I'm talking about, because then I will make a complete different video. Anyway, so see you guys, have an amazing week, and maybe we'll see each other on Board Games Arena or here in the comments or wherever I post a video and you want to discuss with me certain things. Bye!